BS Discover. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Guess what? Developing that attitude. Why would you or I have to develop an attitude? Why would we have to take it to a different level of understanding? Where I have to give you a sense of firmness in the tone, a sense of firmness in my action, a sense of firmness in the choices of words that I use. Developing that attitude. Because how many times have you called someone's attention in a friendly manner and they seem to not understand where you're going, what choices you're trying to make, and yet have them understand? How many times? Did I hear two? That's it? Well, if you said two, then you're doing good. That's probably where most people want to reach. But then you want to get to that state where every time I say something, I take the presence in that room. Everyone is hush. They want to hear what I have to say. Therefore, you begin to work on your attitude. Because there's certain directions your attitude can go in depending upon who you're dealing with, the situation you're dealing with, or the future situation that may come at hand. And the way you voice and the attitude that you present may get the answers or the behavior you want. How many times? Come on. It's like you go to a party, everybody's sitting down at the party. Let's say it's like a convention, and it's that fourth meeting before the convention. And who the boss gonna pick? He gonna pick the one that can get the convention of people at a livelihood state. We don't want somebody thrown there and then they don't know what to say. They're kind of low tone on the attitude. You can't hear them across the room. They're not confident in how they stand or how they present themselves. The boss is going to go get somebody at this convention that's going to make a jump. As soon as you walk in the room, everybody's quiet, waiting to hear your input because it's going to be positive. They know it. You're well known. They want to be like you. They want to address everybody in that audience sitting in that chair just like you, knowing that no one will be offended. Isn't that the attitude that most of us want to get? Nobody's perfect, but you can learn how to be at a perfect state. Did you know that? Nobody's perfect, but you can learn how to be at a perfect state. And I just had to repeat that because a lot of people don't understand. So in order to get that attitude, you're in that room, you're standing up straight, you're showing that there's nobody in that room who's going through that their behavior can bounce onto you and have you behave in a certain manner. We all try to get there. But you get there in the experiences that you have. Not that you are a bad person, not that you're not able to get the room going, but you get better at that perfect state. But first you have to learn, what is it that's blocking you to get to that point that you can just take the room and read the whole room and everybody's happy. Nobody's upset about what you said. You read that person exactly how that person is, and that person can't not deny what you said because it was true what you said. Because you said it, that person said it, and it came right back to you. Because you said it, that person knew who you were. Because that person heard what you said before. And it just let you know where you was coming from. And all you could say, ooh, that person know me. That attitude. That's the attitude that we all need to get. 2025 is coming up, and I'm going to talk a lot about a lot, because in order to get a lot, you have to allow yourself to build the correct attitude. We all fall short. Nobody's perfect, but it's a learning period, or it's a learning process. And when I mean period, means at no point in time did I have any issues. But when I begin to have issues, I begin to, even though I know and I'm able to combat whatever issue it is, it was something I was not able to experience. So when you're not able to experience and conditioned what is it to experience, whether it's a bad crowd that's coming towards you that you don't know how to deal with. So there's a little fear because I don't know how to deal with this crowd. I don't want to get hurt by this crowd if I say the wrong thing, or sometimes you don't have to say anything. They just want to attack you. Wow. How do I get the right attitude? How do I present myself? Do I run away? Because if you run, they're going to come after you. So you have to build confidence in yourself as you go through. Sometimes you have to just chill for a minute. Do a little research. Or go get a little help, a professional that can help you see clear insight that you know you're not wrong, but you experience some things that you just don't understand. How can I get through? Or just talking to somebody every day will help you to get through. Because there's nothing you doing wrong. But when you talk about it, it eases it right off of you. It doesn't affect you to the point that it's on you. Every day I got to deal with this. Every day I walk this street, here come this person, got to say something. Don't like the way I look. Don't like how I talk. But you're not here to please everybody. You're here to do only what you want to do with your purpose in life. And still learn the things that we have to learn in life, because everything doesn't stay the same. People's attitude doesn't stay the same. Baby boom years, they don't think like we thought. Remember back the hippie years? You remember the hippie years? We don't have them years no more. People are different. Their behavior is different. So throughout the years, have you noticed how our behavior, even through mankind, changes? How many hippie have you seen lately? How many people in the baby boom years think the same? A lot of them had came out of them years, but they totally think different because of their experiences in life. Their attitude had to change, but something had to change that attitude. And it usually have to do with what we deal with, or the people that we deal with, or things that affect us around us, our environment. Like in the past, when I did certain jobs, I made sure I didn't work in my environment because the people way of thinking was not like the people way of thinking in my environment, where people don't care, they don't want the next person to have, they don't want this, they don't want that. And when I started to work in my environment, I started to get what my environment people give you, their attitudes, without thinking about how it's going to affect you. And so I have to change my whole way of thinking. Now I may have to work out of my environment again. And this is a true story. This is no lie. Because you be like, the majority, not the minority, the majority. And it's a major thing that's going on. That I had one experience, a financial experience, where I was going through something financially. And even though I was given or trying to make changes in this financial institute I was dealing with, when I went to the people in my environment, like the hood or mid-hood, not exactly the hood, but mid-hood, but people like middle class living, and I would not receive the benefits because the people at the job really didn't care. They looked at us as people who are beneath, or oh, you're in this environment, or you're going to have to prove yourself to me. And that changes your attitude inside about the institution you're dealing with. So you go to another institution. They wonder why you got another institution, because you have not given me. But when I went through a real ordeal, but it took years, and I went through a real ordeal, and when I went through that, I went to a different environment of Caucasians. That person took the time. They saw that I was doing things financially to try to build myself. But the other people didn't take the time. And I was rewarded, a reward because of it. But yet I was not able to receive the full reward because I was also dealing with people in a working environment that did not have the mentality to see me grow. Therefore, they can grow, but I cannot grow. That's the attitude most people have. And it changes your attitude. Because I can't believe this is true. Not that you're bad, not that you have a bad dealing, not that you're unprofessional. Because people are quick to say you're unprofessional. No, I'm not unprofessional. I'm just learning, because whatever I'm learning, or whatever reason I'm learning behind this, is because there's something higher, or there's something I need to change in the future. And because I'm the one to not hold it against someone, I am chosen to go through this. And a lot of people don't understand when you have to deal with attitudes, and when it comes to changing your attitude. That if I'm in a room, that when I walk to that room, I don't even have to say a word. Your presence is there. The attitude is on you. And it's nothing negative. It's something that somebody's trying to learn. Because if you can go through it, I know I can go through it. How did you go through it? How did you master the attitude that didn't allow you to say no, or to go down till you don't want to try anymore? A lot of people give up. They don't want, man, I'm tired, man. Things ain't going to change. People's behavior ain't going to change. You hear that all the time. Because that's what they want to instill in you. But the reason why you were chosen and you're still able to look for reasons or lessons that will enable and instill in you to teach others, and not also teach others, but enable you to survive through these attitudes of others that does affect your life. The way they think about you, what they see, what they perceive of you, where you're going to go. They already know. They don't know because you have not allowed me to get there. You probably allowed me to get there to a certain state, but you still have a hole some way, somehow. And you're going to have to discover that. Those holes they have on you that will pull your attitude. Or make you get an attitude that you don't want to see or receive from someone. It doesn't build you. I ain't talking about an egotistical attitude. I'm talking about an attitude that will allow you to grow, that when I am able to grow, my ego inside is at a point that I ain't worried about the it in me or my self-consciousness level, because my ego already know where I am. And I'm not trying to take my ego way above and not respecting the other man or the other woman, knowing that they can also be given an opportunity. Obviously, that person who did that extra research, when I walked in that room, knew what they were capable of doing to change the attitude that I have. Not that I present a negative attitude, but I'm in this situation. Can you help me? And that person actually took the time, look at this little portfolio that they look at. They build it into a little portfolio. Okay, this. Oh, she had a little trouble here, but wow, look. She was dedicated every time, every year to do this. That other people didn't even take the time to do when they're in another environment. So your environment changes your attitude sometimes because it depends on the people in your environment, how they feel about you. That doesn't change you, but you have people that don't want to see you succeed. Like I had this is a true life story, a lot of people in my life, whether they were ex-boyfriends or family members who became like stars and stuff like that, and they would call me back and say, listen, you got to watch out for them crabs. You got to watch out for them people that are going to try to keep you down because they know you're going to go up. They know you can get there, but they're going to try everything to keep you down. And if it was not for me knowing where my people was at one point in their life, but their heart was right, the attitude was right, because they always wanted to see me grow. It was nothing, never, listen to me. It was nothing, never, ever negative. And I say it like that because I knew them for that long. And we probably didn't talk for years. But once somebody know you, they know you. I'm not going on others' hearsay about another individual. That can change your attitude too. That cannot allow you to really take the room. Because you got your eyeball on this person, that you heard this thing about this person, and everybody sees that in the room, but you don't see it. So it changes the whole perception of what you are, what you can do. So the attitude is very something that's truly important, and things that we need to actually look at and work on if we want to take the presence of the room. And in a positive way. Because I have gone through life, I have seen people handicapped. I'm so glad as a child, I would never laugh. I guess you call me a special child. I didn't laugh at them because they were handicapped. I mean, I didn't see nothing abnormal about them. They were just a person and they had something extra they had to help or need help with. Or if I saw a homeless person sleeping on the floor, you see me quickly, God, watch out for them. Or the universe, watch out for them. Whatever they believe in. I quickly begin to change what I see when I saw maybe some people in the same situation come at you with an attitude. And I'm like, wow. But we have to learn for purpose. The purpose is what? To change the atmosphere in the room. To change how somebody see you. To change how you see someone else. To change how you treat someone else. To change how you greet someone else. I plan on having a totally different attitude. Sometimes we get caught back. Not that we're unprofessional, because unprofessional will be going off, tearing down things, breaking things. And if you ain't never got to that point, then you done good. You done real good, because a lot of people got that unprofessional in places. Walk out the door, they're going to tear it down, break down books, break down desks, break down cans, break down refrigerator, rob something, take something, all in that attitude and walk out the door. But have they gotten you to that stage? And if you haven't gotten it, then you've done good. I know I haven't gotten there. Because then that's a different, now you bringing me out physically, with a physical. Now I got to get physical with it. And that's a different change when you change my physical attitude. Like I tell people, I'm not a fighter. There's another way to get what you want to win situation without putting my hands on you. That's the attitude we all want to get. Where we can make and go about tomorrow. I go into the room and your attitude is so fixed that when you deal with people in the room, they're willing and ready to behave in the right manner because they know they're going to receive what they need to receive to get even better than what they were doing or where they are. Can you carry that attitude? So work on that. Listen, it's going to get hard. Things going to get difficult. And if you let somebody shortchange you, or shortchange where you want to go, where you want to be, even when you're shortchanged, don't let it change your attitude. You ain't lose your mind. You just lost a little grace of what people see in you. And that's only a test. Because if I give up and I allow you to change my attitude to a point that I don't care, then they have won. Then they have won. And every day you fight to change and make things better for yourself. Like there's a people, one time I was in a community and I saw people, women, like living in their cars. And I said, Lord, how could, but there's people that do it. Because they're trying to survive. If I'm out there, I can't survive. But I may be going through something, but it may look like one way, but I'm trying to survive. And then if they keep that attitude right, they're going to get where they have to get. And they're going to have to go down that road. But when they go down that road, they're also making changes because they have patience. And they will have to deal with it. And they have to make a change, then they have to make a change. But they haven't given up. So I ask you, keep your attitude right. Don't change. Many slept on cardboard. Like I said, there's a lot of people who served in the army or served this country and they have the attitude of being on the outside, not the inside, but that's just them. Some people are like that. You can't judge them for that. You can only look at what you can give. So the next time you walk into a room and you see something different, don't be told quick to judge, but be quick to listen. Until next time, BS Discover, can you change the atmosphere in the room?